What up, YouTube? So this is Carlos Talamantes, and so I haven't been playing, but today my wife and I decided that I would go to a local today, and I haven't been playing because my son was born, and so I've been lightweight out of the loop, semi here and there. I know what most of the stuff does, but not everything. Like, for example, I didn't know what any of the new despia stuff does. However, I played this tournament and ended up playing 4 despias. The Fallen Avowed Best structure deck has been out, and so I went X1. I lost the final round because I played against 2 pure despia decks, and then I played the Adventurer despia, and then I lost to the final one, which was the Eldritch despia deck. And so that was good. I wasn't too sure what to side with it because, since I'm going to be taking a break, I sold all my staples. And so I wanted to see how far the engine would go by itself. I sold my droplets, I sold my ulti imperms, I sold everything else. So I'm literally mostly playing in just pure engine gas, like just gas. So I went 3-1. I started out 3-0, 2-0'd everybody else, and just lost in the final round. So here's the deck. So first, 3 Stratos. I played 2 Liquid Soldier. Even before I sold my droplets, I decided to play 2 because it's super important, and just being able to have access to the second one is super key for many reasons. There's a play where you can summon this, then bring back Denier, put back the Malicious, make Wonder Driver, banish the Malicious to summon that you had put back with Denier, and then reset the poly, polymerization of Wonder Driver with the Miracle, Malicious, and then make Sunrise, search for a Miracle Fusion, and then you have great setup for this. So all within a Liquid Soldier. Or if you're playing a Dusted Gold, then you could do the same thing with Stratos and stuff like that. So 2 miss, standard for that part. 3 Ferris, the 2 Vion, and the 1 increase, still the 1 increase. I always want to keep have as many slots open in the deck as possible. 2 Malicious, the Denier, the Plasma, and I will keep this for later, and I will keep this for later. So I played 3 D-Force. When I was making this deck, trying to figure out what cards I have left, because I sold a binder, I sold my other stuff, and I was trying to think like, well, what does my deck do really well? What does my deck do well, and how can I make it even better? How can I, it's already going to lose to what it loses to, but how can I make that even better? How can I create that auto win? And so this, in combination with these cards right here, is what I'm going to be showing. So 3 Mass Change, 3 Super Poly. I count this as a hero card. It's always been a hero staple for so long. And so this is one of the cards I did not get rid of. And the card was clutch today. I got Super Poly twice in the same game, and I came back and Super Poly'd him 3 times because of Wonder Driver. So 3 Miracle Fusion, must. 2 Fusion Destiny, obviously. In combination with the 2 Liquid Soldier, I do play 2 Poly. It makes your follow-up that much better. And just having this card, was so huge, because if you open up with it, then it gives you an additional extender. And a lot of times it makes you go into Sunrise plays that gives you even more extension. And it allows you to play through so many things and also be able to make DPE a lot easier. The 2 Hero Lives, Rhoda, one of the best cards in the game right now, Call by the Grave. And the reason why it's so good is just it hits such a variety of stuff, and just the ability to shut down, so many different aspects of the game. With the Despia stuff, it's so strong. So I decided to make my first turn very unfair, and I did main the artifact stuff. And so these aren't bricks whatsoever, because you can hard make DPE. You have the Fusion Destinies, you have the searchable polymerizations that you always use to make DPE if you don't open up the Fusion Destiny. So if you just open it, you search it, and that's pretty much it. I side two other sanctums. So when I'm going first, I just go hardcore. You know, if you're playing through Nibiru, if you're playing through all these other cards, you chain the DPE, you set one of these cards or whatever, and then you have like a mass change throughout the combo. Or if you save the D-Force, then you could drop that with your Scythe DPE. And so these were huge all day. I was going to up this, but I really wanted to play the Call by the Grave. I really wanted to play the second poly, and I really wanted to play the D-Forces. You know, but you can do more, which wasn't bad, because if you saw this going first, you're just winning. And if they stop this, then they're not stopping any of this, which is really good. So that was the main deck. So YCS tokens. You got Cross Crusader, Driver, Anaconda for when you're playing through Draw and Lockbird. 2 Dark Laws. I played 2 Sunrise just because when you're playing 3 Miracle Fusions, 2 Super Polys, and everything else, you know, it gives you an insane grind game. 2 F-Zero. There's so many times where somebody tries to nib you, you just and you make this beforehand, and they nib you, you clear their nib, and then you kill them anyways by dropping multiple Miracle Fusions. Great Tornado, Shining, Escalade Owl, Dangerous for Super Poly. The Enforcer. So I was scavenging for cards, you know, just trying to get whatever I could because I didn't have a complete extra or side. And so I just borrowed Draco's Stapelia. Starving Venom is way better, but this came in handy today. I had sold my Starving Venom and everything else. So along with the artifact stuff, I have 1 Lancia. I was only able to get 1 Lancia. I'll talk about this card after. So along with the 2 Sanctums, yeah, going first, these always, at least these 2 always come in. This comes in during certain matchups like Flunder. If I end up finding more commons, because I'm not going to buy other ones, yeah, then I'm going to just put that. I'm going to up that. Let's see. Double Imperm. I just borrowed this real quick, but I never cited it in. Actually, I cited it in once, but it was Imperm. That's 3 Solemn Judgments. Automatic going first card. Card's insane. One of the best cards going first in the whole game. If you make your Dark Law DP or whatever, or Plasma with that backed up, you're always going to win the game. Then Feather Duster. Yeah, Feather Duster. I had 3 Lightning Storms today, but I ended up selling them to a friend of mine. And so I need to find something to substitute that. I'm probably going to be playing Artifact Ignition. Yeah, and a Moral Tech. Yeah, just because of the versatility and stuff like that. And I know that sounds crazy, but with what I have in mind, it actually is going to work. So the last 2 cards. There are so many Despia cards. I knew that Super Poly was going to be amazing, but I wanted other things. And so I decided to play 3 Diffusion. And I'm releasing this deck because, you know, there's the regionals coming around and I'm not playing, so I might as well give it out to somebody. But Diffusion, you just chain it onto something. You and a lot of their effects happen when they leave the field or when they're in the graveyard, and this gets around it all. So they activate their thing, you chain it, and you make sure it fizzles out. You know, different things like that. And so try this out, guys. It's pretty good. The fact that it's chainable, you know, is really helpful. But I wanted to try to get together things, you know, last minute. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, guys. Have a good day. Be blessed.